Time now for Ask the Expert. Sunday may be one of the best days of the summer because it's National Ice Cream Day.
You'll be celebrating. Of course, we don't need a special day to indulge in one of our favorite treats. The average person eats ice cream every 3 days. That adds up to more than 100 cups of ice cream per person each year. Registered dietitian Lori Meyer joining us live this afternoon. So the question, is ice cream bad for us?
You know, like any dessert, it has a bad reputation. But of all the desserts, it probably isn't that bad. You know, the key is how much of it that you really eat. But ice cream has calcium, it has phosphorus, potassium, B vitamins, and dairy fat itself has this special fat. It's called CLA, or conjugated linoleic acid, that actually may help to reduce cancer and reduce abdominal fat. So the whole key, though, is how much of it that you eat.
Right.
You know, and you know, how often are you indulging?
I always suspected ice cream was more of a medicine than a food, and your CLA tidbit there. Okay, so how much do we want to consume if we don't want to get the ice cream?
Well, you know, the standard serving size, the USDA gives standard servings for everything. It's 1/2 cup. And I have that on the end.
Nobody eats that.
1/2 cup is the standard serving size. It's one tiny little scoop. But most of us do eat more than that. And so I put together a graphic, first of all, so we can take a look and we can see, we can kind of compare all of them. You have half a cup of frozen yogurt, about 120 calories. Half a cup of Dairy Queen, about 140. Half a cup of ice cream, this is the average of ice creams, about 145. Half a cup of frozen custard, about 190. And a half a cup of gelato is 200 calories. So, you know, that really doesn't look that bad, because a snack, you know, 100 to 200 calorie snack, not a bad thing at all.
Those pull your own frozen yogurt places,
dangerous.
They are popping up like weeds. It's like you see a new one every couple of days.
Yes. And I was there today.
It's not the frozen yogurt that's the problem there. It's the toppings.
It could be the toppings or the cone itself, but even the frozen yogurt, because if you go to any other place, you can order a standard. They're small, and I went and I ordered small of every place that I went to. So I got the small Dairy Queen, and Dairy Queen came to fairly close. Instead of 140 calories for half a cup, it was about 174 calories. So it really wasn't that bad. The frozen yogurt, though, this is the smallest cup that you can get.
Right.
If you really fill that up, you could easily put a cup and a half to 2 cups of frozen yogurt in there.
It depends on where you go.
And then it also depends on, so you have to be very careful how much are you actually putting in there, and then what toppings are you going to put on. I mean, the fruit toppings are going to be good. A little bit of chocolate is going to be good. When you start adding, like, you know, 6 or more toppings, that's when you're in trouble. The other thing is, here's gelato, and frozen custard, they kind of look the same, you know, 190, 200 calories, a half a cup, but the difference is in the serving. The small gelato was only 232 calories. The small frozen custard, 380, almost 400 calories. You're almost double the calories. So you kind of have to be careful. Even though you're doing a small,
is actually
it's 7 ounces. And it was only, the small on the gelato was only 4 ounces. But you can't get less than the small at the frozen custard. And then be careful.
Down there on the end, you got your waffle cone.
Waffle cones, everybody loves a waffle cone. You're adding 140 extra calories.
And you can get a lot of whatever you're putting in there.
And you're going to fit more than a half a cup.
Probably doubling or tripling your serving.
I would say at least a cup and a half, maybe more. So
not all bad news.
Once in a while,
she brought us spoons. We have spoons. We got to get to break. Lori,
let's take our break. Have a question for any of our experts? Send an email to asktheexpert@tmj4.com. You can also leave a voicemail. That number right